We are Canadian, and we are all about hockey.
It's just another day on the rink in Canada, a country where hockey is a part of everyday life. But for these players, the game is so much more than a sport. It's hard to tell as they hit the ice, racing down the rink, but something is different. Something is missing.
I'm Donald Wade. I'm 43 years old, and 11 years ago I lost my left arm in a traumatic farming injury.
I lost my left leg below the knee in 1987.
My accident took my right hand off right at my wrist.
I was injured in an electrical accident which led to the amputation of both my arms below my elbows.
These are the faces of Team Canada, the National Amputee Hockey Team. Every player skates with a missing hand, leg, or arm. While each player's struggle is unique, as a team, they find common ground in the sport that is their passion.
We are not disabled hockey players when that puck drops. We're hockey players that have the same mindset as pro hockey players. We don't think of our limitations.
It all began over 2 decades ago with a dream.
My name's James Riley. I'm 47, and I lost my limb 23 years ago when I was riding a motorcycle and struck by a driver that had been drinking. My dream was to have amputee hockey, and there was no amputee hockey, so I worked towards trying to achieve that.
It would take 15 years for that vision to become reality. In 2001, Dr. David Crandell, a rehabilitation physician, began forming a standing hockey team in the U.S., and the most obvious place to find an opponent was Canada.
We called all the rehab hospitals and we called all the prosthetists' offices, and finally I found out about Jamie. It was very easy once we were able to talk because we really had the same idea.
The two men made a date for January 2001.
There was 17 players that went to Lake Placid. I had a good feeling that things were going to happen.
Since that first game, hundreds have tried out for the 22 spots on Team Canada. For these talented athletes, it's not only an opportunity to play the game that they love again, but in some ways, a chance to live again.
The hardest thing about losing a limb is trying to get back to the things that meant the most to you in your life.
I played in my first game of hockey nearly 8 years after my accident, and the emotion that came with it was almost unbearable. I couldn't stop grinning ear to ear. I just had so much fun.
It's just full body healing. You can play with a group of guys that have shared an accident or share a feeling. It's way more than hockey. Hockey is just it's kind of a bonus.
This is 50% hockey and 50% recovery. We need to win, we want to win. It's important that we win, but at the same time it's important that we develop as people and recover from the things that we've gone through.
Recovery starts the moment the players step into Team Canada's locker room. It's their oasis, a place where players, different in the outside world, can simply be themselves.
Well, you hear a lot of jokes in the dressing room. We're a cut above the rest. We're not asking for an arm or a leg, just some money.
You know, guys are always, coming over to me and asking for a hand, and it's funny, it's things that a lot of my friends back home would be afraid to say because they might not know how I might react to it. But here it's so open. You feel like you belong.
When you have that dynamic that you're able to, to look at around the room and raise each other up like a brother, that's gonna go a long way into helping you succeed.
So far, that team chemistry has proved flawless. Since 2002, 4 World Championships have been staged, and Team Canada has dominated, taking gold in all of them.
Well, in Canada, our motto is it's gold or nothing. That's what we strive for, and that's what we expect.
And nowhere was that determination more clear than in the 2008 World Championship.
Boston was the first time that we really went with a team that wasn't all of our most talented players. We went with people that more fit together as a unit. We were definitely a family, and win or lose, we were going to do it together.
There's no way I was going to leave Boston without a gold medal. I had to leave everything I had on the ice. It was so important to me to win. I wanted that bond with them. I wanted to win a championship with them to experience that, and we did.
The gold in Boston was more than a victory. The team had created a legacy for the future of amputee hockey, a legacy that they hope will culminate with their sport being included in the 2014 Paralympics. Just another step in James Riley's dream.
We're going to continue as a league, and eventually people are going to take notice, but we'd like to get there one day for sure.
Even after all the success and the seemingly insurmountable obstacles, the team, which is self-funded, still fights to find financial support and has to petition Hockey Canada to wear the national jersey at every tournament. But don't look for bitterness. You won't find any here.
It's life, it's family, it's just something that you'd give your left leg for. I consider myself fortunate every single day that I'm being a part of. And if you ask me right now if I would take my leg back, I would say no in a heartbeat.
This team is a world for me. It gives me an opportunity to be myself. And when you're a bilateral amputee, that's hard to do. I'm not the same person I was when I lost my hands, and I believe I'm a better person today because I am an amputee.
They prove that life goes on despite its setbacks.
All my life, I just had this dream of playing for Canada. I never ever thought that I would gain that opportunity through tragedy.
And that sometimes the obstacles make the journey that much richer.
It means everything to me, the fact that I had a vision at one time in my life and it actually came to be.
I think it should go to one guy who had a dream a long time ago and probably never thought that this would ever happen. Here you go. Yeah!